Big up, guys. Welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the Checkered Flag show. I'm here with Brethren John. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me. Hope you're good. Greetings to you, good people.
Yeah. I was doing all right, but I watched the fucking Wimbledon.
I hope
Jesus.
I hope I'll not be like you tomorrow when I see Spain
Oh
playing.
no, man. It was shit. Absolute shit.
And also in quali tomorrow, I hope I'll not be like you.
Nah, you gotta be like me on tomorrow.
No.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, but after what I saw today in the second practice, well, like
That's probably just it. Mate,
yeah,
you're going on about it when Bottas set his time on the fucking mediums, like
mediums.
2 tenths
Yeah,
behind you.
exactly,
Like, so that means he's
exactly.
got a second on you, so you're screwed.
Yeah, true, very
That
true,
means we
very
got
true.
more
You can
pace than you, mate.
very much, yeah. It's just
And
that
that
like
other pace by Hamilton, that's probably him on the long ones then. So
ah,
I saw it at the time, and I'm like, well, if he's on the soft and then Bottas is going fast on the mediums, it must mean Hamilton's got more fuel in the car.
exactly. That's
Don't
that
buy
was
it.
my
No, I don't buy your
notion.
rubbish. I don't buy your
That
rubbish.
was my notion initially. Yeah, that was my notion. But like when I was very happy, like with Max being 8 milliseconds, ahead of Bottas. Little did I know that he was on mediums. But later on, when I saw that he was on mediums, then well, I thought to myself, but like let's not estimate because even Checo finished 12th, and obviously was under different strategy that he was actually undertaking. So perhaps maybe we're saving the best show for the last. You never know. You never know. But of course, on paper right now, it's Mercedes, and it
Mm.
hurts me that like you guys are on the verge of winning it three three times. Like 2018, 2019, and it seems like this
One
year.
driver.
Yeah, that's my fear. That's my fear. But anyway, anything can happen, mate. Anything can happen. You saw like in the first practice. Was it the first practice? Yeah. It was the first. No.
What?
I know what you want to
You right,
do.
Tom?
All right, guys.
Hey, Tom. You see why I'm saying no.
What are you on
Piece of
about?
shit
So
off.
I only just got
Just
off
see
the.
what he's about to do. Just see what he's about to do.
No, I'm putting on an actual winner's shirt, not that fucking garbage.
Use it as toilet roll.
He just had to. He just had to. Really?
You could use the back of that as toilet roll. It's white.
I should be sponsored by this lot.
Well,
An
Stephen gets the
ambassador.
sponsors.
Yeah, he should be an
Go
ambassador.
for what? Should we go for the Eric Cantona? Yeah, but yeah, big up, Tom. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine. How's you?
What the fuck is this?
I'm a bit pissed after the England result, but hey, hell.
Sorry.
You got
Alright.
it. England
Speaking
were
of fucking
trying.
copyright,
We're not talking about England on today's show. Thank you. Fuck
I
off.
beat you to it,
Fucking
Connor.
Southgate, the prick.
Did you appreciate my little bit of banter while you were live on the Sweden Slovakia watch along?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it.
I went back and watched you reacting to it, and that's what you lost it.
Fucking absolute wank.
Tom's left. He knows I'm gonna banter the shit out of him as soon as I come on.
Hold on a sec.
I can only be on for about 5 minutes. I got my fiance feeling under the weather, so I gotta go take care of her. So I'm popping on for a sec.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Yank?
Oh, just enjoying
Congratulations.
playing like utter fucking England played
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah, you can say that again. A lot of people downplayed,
Anyway.
you before the match. But congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of people, everybody likes to shit on Scotland, and even you're fucking included in that group. And yet somehow, big mighty England could only manage a 0-0.
Yeah, imagine. Just
like-
imagine.
Oh, shut up, Southgate, you fucking idiot. Fucking idiot.
I've
Don't know
turned it
what you're
off.
doing.
I mean, England versus Scotland was supposed to be like Mercedes against Alpine, but it ended up looking like Alpine against AlphaTauri.
Yeah, but even AlphaTauri gets beaten up by Alpine. What are you talking about? I mean Alpine beaten by.
I mean, Alpine and FP2 pretty much outqualified almost everybody.
Look, no, I'm not having. Whoa. But fuck this. I'm not talking about football.
But I just brought up Mercedes.
I don't care. You're relating it to football. I don't care.
We can bring up the magic button then. If you want to really get into it, we can bring up the magic button.
Yeah, please do.
Wait, I'm gonna do it.
Pipe down, Pirelli. Pipe down, Pirelli, John.
Whoa, hang on. I'm gonna bring up an F1 stream. It's banter. I've got a show called Banter the Rivals for football. I'm gonna do one with the F1 edition.
Please do.
Yeah,
that's the great thing about McLaren. McLaren's not done anything truly that bad. Like Pirelli John is trying to talk about.
Yeah, apart from you've won fuck all in how many years?
Hey, all I'm saying is we have Pirelli John and
hang on.
They got on the podium in Monaco.
Hang on. No, wait. Hang on. No. I know how. No. Do you know why? McLaren are like Tottenham Hotspur?
No.
2008 was the last time they won anything.
Hey, but at least you have a history of actually doing well. Like I said, Mercedes is like Red Bull. They really have only started becoming really good since 2010. I mean, if we're looking at you two at the top right now, we're looking at Magic Button Mercedes and freaking Pirelli Red Bull.
Yankees on fire.
Tom, if you didn't know what like we was doing, like we're trying to give our predictions, and he's sitting there messaging shit like
over under on the time on 35th lap blow up for Red Bull.
No, he said blow up for Red Bull, and I said no. Max has a tire blowout on the way to the grid.
Can you imagine?
His teeth in a wall.
Oh my gosh. You know, Red Bull kind of reminds me.
He could have done a Mazda spin, though. He could have done a Mazda spin.
Hey, I tested 8 minutes into the freaking FP2. Madison spins out, and so I messaged Steven going, Mr. Gropey's gone and spun already.
Hamilton's. We said Max would turn into turn one and cause carnage. Hamilton misses his breaking point into the missile down the missile straight.
Why do I feel like Hamilton? You know those like stripes, the changing striped colors. I feel like Hamilton's gonna get lost. He's gonna go off and go into that.
Hang on, you're talking about the guy. He's the only guy who's won the fucking Grand Prix. He's gonna get lost.
I called it as well that Red Bull is gonna start complaining about the curb at turn 2.
Bottas won't get his tires off on the grid.
Oh, Bottas is just like his country. Finished.
No.
Finland, right?
Hang on. Wait, no, because what I'm saying is that they don't run the tires to the grid. On the way to the grid, they don't run the tires that they set the fastest lap in. They save that until you put them on the grid, right? So he gets to the grid on his hard tires that gets him around to the grid. And when they come to take them off, he can't get them off. So he has to retire.
That's a
Can I just say, I'd love to see a crash. I'd love to see Verstappen and Hamilton on pole, Verstappen in second, and then just going side by side down, and then Lewis Hamilton, the cheeky fuck, just turns in too much and takes them both out.
What?
Like you want
Alex Albon part 2?
No. Hang on a minute. I'm not having this fucking argument, right? Because like the last time he tried to turn in on fucking Max Verstappen, it was in Monaco. When you may not notice, it's a tight chicane. He can't fucking go anywhere else but in turn fucking.
He had somewhere to go, and Albon was trying to go around him.
fucking no.
Stephen,
Hang on, the
what
steering
happened in
angle was
Baku?
like that. What can he do?
What happened in Baku?
Where's
What
the
can you
magic
do?
button on that?
Yeah. Where's the brake button, Stephen? Where's
Hey,
the brake
can
button?
I just say right now, Lando Norris is the only driver in the entire grid who scored a point in every single race this year.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
is now the
54
only.
point race streak just came to an end as well.
I mean, you got to admit, for a guy who's driving for McLaren and what,
54 straight point finishes.
it's impressive as hell.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to look at it from my point of view. For McLaren, it's a good thing for us because it's his second or third year now, and he's now gone, a point in every single race with a podium in Monaco,
Yeah.
and not far off
It's
the podium
exceptionally
in
well.
Baku.
Let me just right. So we're talking about. I want to bring up a couple of tweets that I saw, and then I want to that you mentioned me, Brother John, and then I want to talk about Tyre explanation.
All right, I gotta go and take care of my girl. So I'm gonna quickly touch on the Pirelli situation. Pirelli's a bunch of fucking fucking wankers. So that explanation was dog shit. Pirelli's trying to cover their own ass. It's never gonna work.
Wait. No, just for people that don't know.
You're going to bring it up on the screen, Stephen?
Pirelli's a lot like England, all talk and no
Oh,
and no execution.
Right. So
Stop with the
basically,
England gags. Scotland's not even going to get out of the group.
Scotland's still got to play fucking Croatia.
Yeah,
mate.
but
You
England's
ain't
gonna
getting out of the fucking
England's
group.
gonna knock it out of the. It's gonna be like Red Bull. They're so close, but they're never gonna actually get anything.
Come
Oh, fuck.
on.
At least we get anything. At least we actually try something. Right.
Yeah, England's gonna get to the round of 16 and bend over.
Pirelli suggests Baku F1 tyre blowouts may be caused by
Well,
debris.
that's a load of crap.
What fucking debris? It was
There was no debris
straightaway.
there. It was.
They're
Oh,
both
no, that was-
straightaways.
And that was Let me try and find Sky F1.
It was clean.
It
The track was bloody clean. There was
literally
no
the track
damage
was
at
clean.
all.
The only debris was at turn 15.
Yeah, when Stroll
Yes,
went
10,
out.
15 only. Yeah.
Yeah, when Stroll went out, and that when you got on that straight round the
That
corner.
got cleared out. Everything got cleared out. Pirelli is just like
Exactly,
England.
because they
They're
brought
trying to make
the
as many
safety car.
excuses as they can for
Right.
poor performance.
Exactly.
They're
they
just
had
trying
to
to
bring the
have
safety
a
car.
for themselves.
Hang on, a disappointed Max Verstappen has criticised Pirelli for being
Good.
their vague explanation.
Good, they deserve it.
I mean, Red Bull's experienced at complaining about everything.
Hang on a minute. Let me fucking explain. Jesus Christ.
Please do talk.
Right. The focus on the tyres has been ramped up this weekend ahead of this weekend's Grand Prix. 2 dramatic failures in high-speed crashes in that last race involving Lance Stroll and Max Verstappen, with Pirelli concluding that their problems were related to running conditions rather than track debris of any structural issues with their product.
They're already backtracking.
They did not go into more detail into their investigation, apart from
Well, they
stating
fucking
that
wouldn't.
Aston Martin and Red Bull had followed the prescribed starting perimeters regarding minimal tyre pressures and maximum blanket temperatures. They also mentioned about something about the cold down here, and I put in that tweet. I'm going to bring the tweet up as well, because I've got it saved on my profile. So I'm just going to bring the tweet up. So,
I mean, they're no Sherlock Holmes, Pirelli. Let's be honest. They couldn't solve anything.
Never.
right. Trying to find it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because they've had a history of this before, and I want to right. So that's what they're saying is that like it's due to the conditions that are running the data on the car, but the data on the car doesn't add up to what they're saying. So
Well, nothing adds up
I'm
to
just
what
gonna
Pirelli
share.
say.
Oh no, I'm just going to add up this tweet as well. And we're going to have our verdict on it. Right. So, they are just covering the. I read somewhere that Pirelli seemed that which of the teams turned off the heating for some time, which led to lower pressures after checking the checker was done. This led to the tyres having lower pressure during the race. Right. Well, I said in my reply, I think my reply was, where was my reply? Where was my reply? Where was my reply? I had a reply here somewhere.
Yeah,
Swear I
yeah.
did. Yeah, I said, yeah, it doesn't explain the tyre blowouts at all, as they were down to the to no tread left on the tyre, which only degrades like that when the tyres go too hot. Then what's their operating window? I feel it's also likely that the construction of the tyre was not safe enough. Remember the 2013 British Grand Prix. The construction back then was not safe, and Pirelli
Yeah.
have a history of this. And that's the thing.
Exactly.
Right, if you saw the picture here, this is Vettel's
Yeah.
Ferrari in 2015. Right?
Yep.
And what happened is look, wavy
Yeah.
waves and standing waves are believed to be responsible for creating cracks on the inner sidewall. The critical speed at which these waves occur in proportional to tire pressure, which is why running very low could be problematic. I don't think this is I think this is bullshit because you didn't see
That
it
is what I
really.
thought.
I don't think they were in the tire parameters as well. Why would I don't? If they were not in the tire parameters, Red Bull would have been done. They would have been punished.
Exactly. You see, would that have been punished? But like for me, I just think that is just crap. Like like Pirelli, like they're just trying to cover themselves. And because of that, like it sounds like a company with a monopoly just trying to, cover for themselves. And for me, I don't understand why FIA, like you see the competence that FIA has, whereby you think perhaps that they'll hire a private investigation, like a private investigating team, like to check the tire failure. But now how is it possible that like Pirelli, the one who's responsible, the only company responsible for providing tires, that they investigate themselves? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Mm.
It's just beyond me,
It is,
like the
yeah.
incompetence, to be
I
fair.
mean, they're investigating themselves, so they're going to be biased.
Obviously there
They're
will
going to
be
cover their
bias.
Yeah, they're going to cover their own backs. They're going to blame fucking Red Bull. Red Bull are going to blame fucking Pirelli, and we're never going to get an answer. And they're just going to say, "Oh, well, just fucking live with it."
Yeah,
And this is the problem. And this is
exactly.
the thing. This is what I see as well is when people go on and say, "I remember one time a comment that um uh um sorry, just got some
It's okay.
sorry." That's,
It's okay. Do take your time.
yeah. So uh, yeah. So like I'm saying is that Red Bull Ferrari, sorry, I've got a habit of this, and I'm just going to play this little clip. Um, little clip.
Stephen, get that hashtag of his coming home off straight away, literally.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
yeah. So but yeah. What am I trying to say? I was supposed to go on YouTube, wasn't I? Fucking hell. I needed to go and go. What do I need to do? I need to do.
Are you trying to share the video or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. No, I'm trying to do this on which is F. Fettel.
If you're trying to link it over, then just
yeah.
copy the link to it.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, so let me think. That's the one. Right. We just share this. Trust the pro. No,
Oh,
like this. No, mate. Love you, but like,
trust the process, my ass.
Yeah.
go fuck the process. Like,
That's what Mercedes should say. Trust the process with ass.
yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, that's a good point. No, that's what Red Bull should say for trying to win a championship. Like,
You just had to.
It's been 8 years since they win a title. It's 8 years of a process, isn't it? We did it.
Like you just said.
Wait, we did it in 4 years, mate. What did you do? You did it. You're doing it in 8, mate. You're doing taking double.
You're not fair. You know that. You're not fair. I don't know why you're dragging Red Bull into
Watch
this.
Watch this. So this is what happened. Remember this?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
That's a brief.
Oh.
Yeah. Bang. So they've got a history of this.
They have.
And if you remember 2013
right?
as well. 2013 as well. So they've got a history of this. And
I don't know why they don't
time
review it
done
this
this.
season now, to be honest. They should review the tyres every single race.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Or have a debrief after every race.
I think even Red Bull. I remember Vettel's interview afterwards. He was fuming because the thing is that happened just after Rouge. Imagine if it happened in Rouge.
Yeah.
He would have been flying off at 170 mile an hour.
Exactly. You see, and
yeah,
you
man.
know, like my problem is like to a great extent is FIA, because FIA really has to,
I'll
like,
talk about football, no problem.
yeah, like
I tried.
that's
I did turn up, but I didn't know when you were gonna come on and do it. So I'll try and do it tomorrow, mate. If you want to, let me know when you're free tomorrow, and we can arrange something. I'm in between the games would be great because I can get in and do it then in between the games, which is 4 p.m., 7 p.m. I can do then. Or even 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Are you doing a stream for qualifying or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you did.
So yeah. Yeah. These Pirelli tires have done it before, and
Pirelli are just full of shit.
In the end, what's going to happen is someone's going to have a puncture, and it's going to really hurt them.
Oh yeah,
when they're going to get the hint,
they're going to have a major injury or something.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
Or even someone dies,
Oh, God forbid we don't have that.
Well, going at 200 miles an hour when you bloody have a tyre blowout or whatever, or a puncture. Like, even the Verstappen one, I know people would have been probably cheering about, obviously, with Hamilton then being able to take the lead and whatnot, but still, it should be internally investigated. It should be, you've had a 2 week, you've had a 2 week break between Grand Prix.
Yes, I was cheering the fact that he crashed out. Right?
You've got a 2 week break between
What I'm saying is that I was happy that the fact that he's crashed up because in terms of the championship,
Mm.
I still want to make sure he's okay though.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
This
It's not
is
mean
the
I don't want
sport.
him to be
This
alright.
is the risks in the sport, though, and it's like we've said before. Like you've got a 2-week gap between the Grand Prix. You've got Baku and then France. You've got 2 weeks.
But here's
Do
the
an
thing.
investigation into it.
That's
Yes.
the thing. They
Look
managed to sort
into
it
it.
out.
Don't
but
rely on
when they look
data.
at the Britain, but when they looked at the British Grand Prix, you saw what happened in the British Grand Prix in 2013. Blowout after blowout after blowout. Right?
But
Remember
this is the
Hamilton?
thing.
He was
Pirelli
10
are
laps in
relying
the
on
lead.
data.
Blowout, and then another blowout with Massa, then another blowout, and it nearly the whole construction of the tyre went, and bits of it were going all over. I think Raikkonen or Grosjean, bits of hitting his
it went
head
in his
on
car,
helmet.
didn't it?
Yeah, and hitting his helmet. And the thing is, that could have caused him an injury as well as anything. And the thing
Yeah,
is that,
exactly.
like when they investigated it, within 2 weeks they've bought a new tyre compound, a new harder construction for the tyres for the next race. So they
Yes,
can do
yes.
it. So
I
why
mean,
is it taken now?
This
Why are we
is
still with
the
the same
thing.
tyres?
Cash is king.
The-
That is what.
Every single year there needs to be a
Not
change
really,
in.
then.
Like every single year,
Well,
every
they're trying to
car,
adapt them to make them more.
every year.
What they want to do, they want to try and stop teams doing one-stop strategies. They want to make them try and do two.
Oh yeah, they
stops.
want to try and make it more competitive.
So
Yeah,
what
more
you need to
competitive
do,
and
you
fun.
need to develop a tyre stronger, but if you degrade them too much, they'll fall off a cliff and you just
Oh
have
yeah,
no
they're
grip.
not going to be
They
as
don't
durable.
blow out.
They're not going to be as
but you just have-
durable.
you have tyres that that won't blow out, but if you degrade them to a certain point, you've got no grip.
Oh yeah, well,
Because
even with
that's what you need. If they last 20 laps and that's it, there's no more tyre left in them because they fall off a cliff, which is what they did in 2011, then you'd
Well,
be
they
doing
did do,
2 or
yeah.
3 stops.
well, I know
Yeah,
when
2011 is all right.
I know when Rosberg went on and won the championship with Mercedes, he had the major argument because he didn't believe that the tyres were the right fit for the cars at the time. And then over time they've obviously modernised the cars. Every single season, the cars are getting better. They're getting more upgraded. Well, the tyres just seem to be standing still with Pirelli, and they're not really wanting to make any major changes in terms of size. Sort of capacity, weight.
Well, they did in 2014 when they
They did in
made all the
2014, but look at this, Stephen.
Yeah.
That's what 7 years ago.
Mm.
7 years ago. It's a joke.
And
You
it
should be doing it
keeps
every
happening.
year.
Yeah.
Every single year, it should be getting a change. Every single car gets changed.
I think
every
they
single
do
year.
change them. They do change them in a sense.
But they don't
They
change
do
them enough,
change
is
them.
what I'm trying to get across. They don't change them where it's modernised, like up to date with the cars in a sense. Where
Okay.
it's a 50-50 balance between the car and the tyres. And
Yeah, for
Pirelli are basically
2021. For
Pirelli are basically
2021.
fucking all the F1 teams in the arse pretty much. Because
Yeah,
as soon
true.
as you get
Right,
onto a
hang
straight
on.
track, there's always going to be
Right,
that
the
doubt
sporting
now.
Pirelli for the tyres. Pirelli have prepared new compounds for its stick tyres C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5 that have a new, stronger, and heavier construction to reduce overheating and to more easily withstand increasing aerodynamic loads on the current generation of F1 cars.
But this
In
is
the
the
last
thing.
2 seasons, the 2019 tyres that were used, but downforce levels became so high that the FIA reacted and introduced measures that reduced the possibility of generating downforce in 2020, which is what they did with the rear wing. They cut down the rear wing.
This is
to
what I
stop
mean.
them
They're having
producing
to
so
tell
much
the
rear
cars,
downforce.
but they don't tell Pirelli.
Right.
This is
That's
the
the
problem.
Well, yeah, but which you can read, and also Pirelli have responded by developing new, more durable tyres that the drivers were able to try out for the first time this year. Drivers were always in 2017.
When have we seen these new tyres though? This is the thing.
This has been going on. No, these new tyres have been this season. They've been using them this season.
But well, you're just saying
These were the
about
changes for the season.
Yeah, they're saying about using new tyres, but there's still been accidents like the Verstappen one.
Yeah.
There's not been any change. Hamilton with his tyres, because he was complaining about that, it had when he had the damage in the front wing, and the tyres had no grip when he was trying to turn. When he was going into the turn with Perez, because if he didn't have if he had the tyres and the turn went on, it would have won. It would have gone on to win the race single-handedly against Checo. But this is what we're talking about with the tyres and stuff. Like I've said before, cars are modernised every single year. The F1 cars are modernised every year. So the tyres need to modernise alongside and with them. And if Pirelli are putting these things in place and the FI are putting these changes in place, they don't need to be telling the F1 team. They need to be telling Pirelli, right, you need to do internal investigation because there shouldn't be this many accidents and this many risks to drivers. Because ultimately, there's a lot more at stake than winning the constructors or the championship. There's life at stake. People have died in these cars as a result of these sort of incidents.
Mm.
And this is the thing that where Pirelli need to be fucking told. And if they're not going to get told, then there's not going to be any change or any difference. And I'm telling you now, there will be a major incident if there's not a change soon.
Yeah.
God forbid I hope there isn't. But there will be a major incident that will reflect on the whole of the FI, Pirelli, the F1 teams, where we could have done more. We could have made a change. We could have investigated more.
Yes.
But there's never that happens. It never comes. This is the problem.
Just die like that, it's true. Like I actually support you on that, because Pirelli has had a history, as Steven once said. Like you have the Silverstone 2018 incident. You have
Pirelli said
Ferrari.
an investigation into the left rear tyre failures suffered by both Lance Stroll and Max Verstappen in Azerbaijan demonstrated there was no production or quality defect of any tyres, nor was there any sign of fatigue or delamination. Pirelli believed debris was to blame for the two incidents, but on Tuesday evening, the Italian manufacturer released the results of their analysis, which showed that this was not the case. On the eve of the French Grand Prix, Pirelli said in their statement, "This is an analysis as also looking at the tyres that used by other cars in the race, which had the same or a higher number of laps of them compared to the ones that were damaged. The process established that there was no production or quality defect of any tyres, nor was there any sign of fatigue or delamination. We adhered to Pirelli's tyre parameters at all times and will continue to follow their guidance," which is what the Red Bull said. The causes of the two left tyre failures have been clearly identified. In each case, this was down to a circumferential break.
I mean, it doesn't help
on the inner
on the street
sidewall.
circuits.
On the inner sidewall, which can be related to the running conditions of the tyre, in spite of the prescribed starting parameters. Basically, minimum pressure and maximum blanket temperature have been followed. So they're basically saying they didn't stick to their parameters.
Well, we look
The
at
FIA, the FIA and Pirelli have agreed a new set of protocols, including upgrade technical directive already distributed for monitoring operating conditions during a race weekend, and they will consider any other appropriate actions added by Pirelli. We have worked closely with Pirelli during, no car. They can confirm no car was at fault. We are grateful that following the weekend's high-speed impacts, no drivers were injured. Aston Martin said, we've worked with them in the investigation. We can confirm there was no fault in the car that caused the tyre to fail. The team also operated its tyres within the Pirelli prescribed parameters and will continue to do so. So one's blaming the other and one's blaming the other. That's basically what they're doing.
It's just a bloody blame game.
It's a blame game. That's what it is. And it's just stupid. But
just somebody take some responsibility, have the balls, and then just admit that you've made a failure with it.
I mean, I do want to make this too long because I've got to jump onto Richie's sports team, and there wasn't much else to talk about other than the French Grand Prix, which you already talked about in the preview.
Mm.
We've got to watch along tomorrow for the qualifying, and I'm looking forward to it. Especially if Max Verstappen can pull a lap up like that. Yeah, but like I said, Bottas was on medium tyres, which probably explains why Hamilton's third place in the soft tyre would probably be heavier fuel. So I think Mercedes have got more pace in the car. So for me,
and also like you never know what may happen, but of course, if they're on mediums, yeah, of course, you might as
yeah,
well
you
say
never
that.
know. I mean,
You might as well
Max
say that
Verstappen might do
because
his out
already,
lap and have a tyre
yeah,
blowout down in the soft tyre.
very funny. But like just like Checo finished 12th in practice session 2, and of course, he was doing some other strategies. But of course, like the only advantage that we have as Red Bull is on sector 2 only. And of course, sector 1 and sector 3, we all know Mercedes, like have a big advantage. But well, anything can happen, to be honest. But of course, on paper, like you should be winning it. To be fair, you have to be winning it, because if you do not win it, serious questions should be asked. To be honest, so quality it is, right?
Yeah. Maybe this.
Everyone is like that, everyone is just saying that. I have you saying it. I have what's his name, Yank, also saying
Yeah,
that.
Connor.
I really hope it happens to Norris, just to shut him up, just to shut Yank up, Yeah, but really, like, you have to really bring, like that banter show, F1 banter show, really. Really cannot wait for it. Oh, Luis. I really can't wait for that. And don't forget Boris, right? Oh, wow, this is awesome. Oh, yes.
Oh, I mean,
Indeed.
can't change these guys.
Yeah, true. But I don't know if you noticed that, maybe just one thing. I don't know if you noticed that Bottas has a point to prove. Like
Yeah,
in
it's got
this
a point.
Grand Prix. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
got a
really
point.
hope that like things goes well for him. But though we know that like for him, when
It's
it
fine.
comes to race day, something just always happens. But for Checo, of course, I'm not going to be worried for Checo in terms of quali, because we all know that when it's race day, he turns it on. But yeah, exciting times. I can't wait for tomorrow's quali.
Yeah, he might want to turn it on, but he ain't going to.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm for real.
That's
Anyway,
fine.
we're gonna
That's
leave
good.
it there. Smash
Great
that
show,
like
mate.
button, people.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, smash that. Big up Tim Golding as usual. We're back
Come
tomorrow
on.
for the watch along, qualifying watch
Quali.
along. Ba ba
Can't wait.
boom.
Can't
Yeah.
wait.
F1 qualifying. Wait to watch Brethren John get smoked. He's gonna get smoked, boy.
That is
Smoked.
what they always say. That is what they always say. See you tomorrow. I
Right,
can't wait,
Hamilton on
really.
pole. The things you'd love to see. Right, right. And we're gonna leave it there. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll
Cheers.
see you tomorrow. And Pirelli, Sort your fucking lives out.